Welcome in, Alma. Good to see you. Ouch, I crushed my finger. Okay, my mic is working. I wasn't sure for a sec. Changed media source stuff on OBS and it looks different, and I wasn't sure if stuff was working or not. I hope it is. Okay, thank you, Alma. Kitty Boo is being a hellion, chewing on stuff. I may have to get up and boop him. Boop his little snoot. They always pick the worst times, I swear. They're like, yep, you're in the middle of doing something. You're about to be busy. Okie dokie. Hello, everybody. Let's get started. It's been a while since I played, so it should be interesting. I always forget how to do stuff. Oh boy. I need to get PJs for the sleepover event in the FC. I don't got PJs. Let's join the Labyrinth of the Ancients. Strategy board. Hello, Ribby Frog. Thank you for the lanterns. And hello, Taylor. Welcome in, everybody. We're getting ready to do Labyrinth of the Ancients, the Alliance raid. It may be quite a wait, but we will see. I was hoping that it wouldn't be, but you never know. Tis the middle of the day. Yay, coffee. Coffee's coffee's good. Clear my throat. Man. Just get to wait for a little while. The non-fun part of doing alliance raids in the middle of the day. Can't teleport when in queue though. So that's interesting. Right? No? Okay. Can teleport. It was just because I was sitting. Well. There is the PJ Sleepover FC event tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern in our FC that I'm looking forward to. I do not have any plans for today. Let's see. I think just streaming for today. And then I have family dinner like I do every Friday. We're having spaghetti and meatballs with a nice marinara. And the meatballs are like this chicken basil like meatball, which are really tasty. We got them from Costco. You know me and food. I love me my food. And then, yes. It is about lunchtime, Alma. We're gonna go to New Gradania and try and find some PJs. See if there's any PJ pants and stuff. Of course, I'll have to buy it on my main character, but there's no harm in looking now. Try and see what they have. While we're waiting. Ugh, yes, homemade meatballs are so good. I just don't have the time to make them. Or the recipe. I think they don't turn out as well as store-bought for me. Let's see, pants. I don't think there's any PJ pants. I was hoping. Aha! There is. Plain PJ bottoms. Okay, okay. It's not that bad. And then plain pajama shirt. And plain pajama eye mask. We'll just do that set, yeah? It's a little pricey. But should be able to pull it off. I think. Hopefully. Because I don't think I think the Chocobo ones are store-bought. No? They're not. Uh-oh. Well, that just ruins everything. I'll get the Chocobo shirt. And probably eye mask. Well, now I don't know which ones to get, you guys. Should I do the Chocobo or the plain set? That one? What do you mean that one? That one's not very specific. Elma. uh let's get this done. Oop. Following everybody. Oh boy. Gotta heal peeps. I don't know what I'm doing, but I am really not good with the white mage, you guys. Dude. We're not really doing good. Just greed everything because I don't know what I need. And nobody's really helping each other here because I was like, it's my first time because I can't remember how to do anything. And oh well. I hope I was in the right area. Who knows? These alliance braids confuse the hell out of me. Run on by. Just running. Running, running. Ooh. Yep. Ooh, gotta jump down. Yep, yep. Moving right along. Is this the last boss? I can't remember. Can't carry any more poetics. What? Yes, I know there's a collab in Behemoth, or in Monster Hunter World, where you can fight Behemoth too. Oh, you know, it's this dude. This is the last boss for this one. Gotta get to the sealed area. I don't like this boss. This boss is not my favorite. Oop. Because of that. That's like a one-hit kill, by the way. Get hit by that. Labyrinth of the Ancients complete. And now we just greed everything again. Ooh, player accommodations. Oh, there's Zia. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of the structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldician colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearly out of the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Philogethian, an archon. Philogethian, he was a hero of the Elagan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of a weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allagan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tombs. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allagan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Well, well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? I cannot tell you how glad I am to have you with us on this little jaunt, old friend. Had you not beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinarch's find for the present, and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Now we just run back. You can't fly in this area. Now we can fly. Try to go right here. So good of you to join us, Sia. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. The Fellowship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Rambrios will be presiding over the meeting. If you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, Sia. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to note that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Gohura's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information containing therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there are no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. We'll do spell speed. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Zia's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most empathetically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allagan technology. In short, our misgivings were well founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It was somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work. The answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defenses has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. It's like you said, Chief. We founded the Iron Works to make sure that technology was used for the right reasons. That means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads. Well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills ere we ascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Gahara. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Pray do not mistake my intent, Zia. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one with your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during the coming pause. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of which might has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allagan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. Such a terrible mess, yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So this is the legacy that Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source awaiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. Ha ha. A new toy for me to play with. I believed the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. And so long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Cid. Do not disappoint me. One second, you guys. Break time, and then I will be right back. Okie dokie, I am Becky. Cypress Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise, of course. Disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The Sons continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said for the Crystal Tower proper. We've not been able to set so much as a single foot inside it. You will recall how the 8 sentinels stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway to the principal spire, Cypress Tower, the Alligans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It is discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is Daga. We are scholars of the Allagan civilization, sent by the students of Baldician to assist in your endeavor. Une and Daga, rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming. I am sure you'll not take it amiss if we seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? Ugh, 'tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, well, this is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same. You have the Allagan eye as well? This sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allagans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child with a single generation is born with the eye. All my life, I have sought to learn the truth of this manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Allag. As your eye was placed you upon this path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems to me we have not to lose any accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldician when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Una and Daga advisory members of NOAA. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Cypress Tower entrance. I promise you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Zia, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying the 8 sentinels. The two of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Zia, with Unai and Daga's knowledge, along with your uncanny knack for setting events in motion. I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. And off we go again. I am not very good at finding my way. It's a good thing that we have a map. Yes. I went the wrong way. Of course I went the wrong way. Proving my point that I am bad at directions. Well, if it isn't Zia, eager to enter Cypress Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. As I'm sure you've already heard, though, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather no going, for the chief. He'd appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, some old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Anaya and Daga. They are scholars of the ancient Alag sent here by our friends of Beldisian to aid in the investigation. We understood you are having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. 'Tis our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is aught to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Cypress Tower, the principal spire of the structure is collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are an utter mystery to us. Having had no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magitech cannon. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective as a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it, a man and a woman, respectant Allegan royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, we should not exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord. I don't think any of us expected that to happen. 7 hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Neuro, you're still alive? Garland, if I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, I have every right to be weary. You have every right to be weary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald. And so I've been roaming this land, Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these 2 odd characters. As you are doubtlessly already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alag's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these 2 are descended from Allegan royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of Allegan ingenuity. Clones. I believe it is the name your creators gave your kind. Is it not so? "'Twould seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twould not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 sentinels. This is much and more to tell." "Very well. Seven Hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around?" "Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps." "An Allagan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the is that 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend." "If you are ready to listen, we shall tell you all. As it pertains closely to our investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present." "Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It is not our intent to deceive you. As you will have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Baldician. Nay, we are clones, copies of people who once existed, given life through Allagan technology. This is rather a lot to take in. If it would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what it is that you now seek to do?" "Answering your question requires that we revisit Allagan history. Pray bear with us. The Allagan Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of Allagan pride. Parents took their children there, that they might learn how the nihilist energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the Allagan civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Alleg to greatness. Amon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than its founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father? You cannot mean Emperor Zonde. None other. As part of his experiments, Amon created clones of the emperor's descendants. Where are the products of that experiment? Copies of Une and Daga. Historical texts mention the reigns of the two Aleg empires named Zonde. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and the commoners alike, to think that the two were in fact one and the same. Zonde returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more. And true to Amon's prediction, the emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew. Would that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the empire desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Zonde turned his sights towards a forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness this power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness, again, seven hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Zonde is very much alive. Within Cypress Tower he still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Wielding the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamund was created and launched into the heavens. On high, it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it to the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even as the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth, the technologist Amon, now Empire Zonade's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed into a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the seventh umbral calamity, in the wake of such which the Crystal Tower reemerged. At that moment, Emperor Zonde awakened. In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a faded memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. "'Tis for no other purpose but to put an end to Zonde's madness that we exist. This is the mantle that we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Lene and Daga." Fearing what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that they might carry on their mission should they fall. Should they fail. When we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action. Concluding that we alone could not overcome One we struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. She is no ordinary woman who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, Zia Soren, we are confident that we can end Zunde's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my chagrin aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Valdician, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what will we do, Zia? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens that you're an expert at saving it. You have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Allagan Empire's dark path laid to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allagan civilization. But what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends, Une and Daga, living, breathing Allagans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Cyprus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. Zia, as you did for us within the labyrinth of the ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Zonde himself. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine the ways to isolate Cyprus Tower from the outside world. To work, then. Wait, there is something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The Allagan Eye, you called it. But to us it is the Royal Eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. Ugh. My apologies if I have given you cause to worry. I am quite well, I assure you. As you can appreciate, there has been much for me to think on. But now is the time for action, not idle thoughts. Cyprus Tower awaits us. Your task is to eliminate all hostile elements within the structure, Sunday himself included. This will afford us the chance to seal off the facility. May the crystal grant you strength. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Whew.
Drink water, you dehydrated bitch.
I just did. It doesn't agree with me. Oh. And here we await for the next Alliance raid. Just waiting. I always wonder what to talk about in moments like this. When just quietly passing time. I always feel this is like the boring part. Oh, look! Somebody's here! Or not. They decide to leave. I was asking them a question and then they just went poof. Oh wow. I guess I will either run into them or I will not. Let's go see if there's more pajamas. We have nothing better to do. So there's Chocobo, Cactar, and Plain. I don't like the Cactar. I still think the plain ones are the ones we should go with. It's either that or the Chocobo. But I like the plain one more. Except for I like the Chocobo slip or the Cactar slippers more. Get the Cactar slippers because I like the fact that they have flowers on them. Oh yeah, I should stretch. Shouldn't I? Ugh. Stretchity stretch stretch. Come on, Tank. You can do it. Except. No. Okay. For shame. Sad days. level 50. Well, wait a little bit longer. It would appeal. I don't know, you guys. Gonna withdraw. We're gonna log out. And we're gonna go to my primary character and we're gonna buy that, buy the pajamas. For the FC pajama party tomorrow night. Ugh. I hope I have enough to do it. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. What do you mean, no pajama? Oh, it's because it's Goldsmith. Gotta switch to, no? Am I just spelling pajama wrong? I could have swore I was spelling pajama right. I am spelling it right. So why is it being evil? Gotta look up the cheap Universalis. Where to get them in Universalis. Looks like Leviathan. And then we will dye it. We'll figure out what to dye it. Plain PJ shirt. Well, maybe the plain PJ eye mask might be cheaper elsewhere. What? Hector slippers. Oh no, almost 80,000 for an eye mask? That's kind of wild. You have a very expensive eye mask. Is there one in Lamia? I mean, I have the gill, but like, I don't want to pay more for it if I don't have to. $7,000. Dude. Yeah, that was so much better. Okay. We're gonna go. Retired at Inbroom. Now the question is, I think this one has all of my yeah, it does. You have grape dye. Actually, I have a better idea. We will edit glamour plates. Do the PJs. And then we will dye them. Let's look at the colors. That's too bright. I don't like any of these ones. Honey yellow isn't bad. Neither is cream yellow. Cream yellow is not bad. That bad. Ooh, vanilla yellow. I like vanilla yellow. Yeah, vanilla yellow. For PJs. Or sylph green. That's nice. We've also got Celeste green's not bad. Lotus pink isn't bad. Caught between Celeste green and Lotus pink. Well, it looks like I have more Lotus pink than Celeste green. What do you guys think? Did you guys see? Which ones did you guys think to do? You like the pink one? Okay. I know, right? There we go. Then you have yellow flowers. Then we'll reflect that. Then we'll dye these. That way, the pattern doesn't show up. Actually, I should probably grab more honey yellow. We'll grab 2 more. So I have an idea. Okay. There we go. And then we'll dye this. And I bet you the buttons. Right? No? It's not the buttons that are yellow? What's yellow? It is literally the stitching inside of the buttons. That is silly. I'll still do it, but that's still silly. There we go. Now we got the PJs all set up. That looks purple, so we'll do that one. And then I think that's it. Yep. Looks nice. Okay. Gotta exit and go to the well, can't be in costume yet. That's the free company, so gotta go to the free company. Stuff's really cleaned up out here. I was expecting it to be more decorative. But I guess it's not the holidays anymore. Well, just got a little bit more time, you guys. Sorry for the detour. I hope that was fun. Hmm. That's quite a hat. Well, well. I think we're gonna call the stream early today. I know it's a bit early, but I think the Circus Tower can wait. Circus, however you pronounce it. I'm not a master at these names. But nonetheless, I hope that was a nice detour to end the stream on. I know that we're ending an hour early, but I trust that it was a good day nonetheless. I hope everyone has a good day. Happy Friday to everyone. Have a good weekend and see you on Sunday. I did have fun. I always have fun streaming. You guys are a delight. I only have so much energy lately with the chaos of my life. I have so much going on lately, and it hasn't been good stuff, so yeah. My life is full of drama right now, and I don't feel like talking about it, but uh I try to keep it off stream. Yes, thank you, Alma. I appreciate it. It will get better. I know it will. It just takes some time. Everything takes time. It passes. It was a delight to have you. Anyway, bye everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Much loves.